Hey everybody, I wanted to invite you to join our Zoom support group through SSE, which is Our School Safe Space Elevation. It's a male-free space where basically a bunch of girls come together and talk about deconstruction and reconstruction, right? So last week we spoke on what Hiru described as our winner's mindset, which is, she describes as a perspective that doesn't go against us, that births intuitions and narratives that work for us, therefore taking us into a direction that works for us. And so I feel like this week we're shifting from a mindset that works for us into an identity that is in alignment with our destiny. And so from fate to destiny, what does that look like? Here's something I wrote about it. I feel like fate is our idea of how things should be, which can make us act in ways that are not in alignment, trying to preserve our vision based on our current understanding. I feel like destiny is surrendering to Spirit's vision. We have a finite understanding of reality as a whole, even more so the complexities of Spirit. So when we surrender what we think should or could be, we are led in steps towards what's possible for us through Spirit's identity in us, beyond what we could imagine. It's saying, I trust you, Spirit, and taking actions in those moments of trust. I feel like Venus going into Taurus is this. It's our relationship to love itself. So we will probably be speaking on shifts around the social distortions of love. I've talked about it a lot, where the way that love was framed to us through religion and colonization was that love is very violent, and that violence is love. And so we're breaking down all of those social distortions and like familial programmings and Girl Talk. We discuss it in real time together, and then we can rebuild in a new identity. For a lot of us last week, the winner's mindset was choosing rest. It's choosing to not overgive and overpour. It's choosing stability over anxiety or hypervigilance. That we could choose rest and everything will be okay. It's saying, I trust your sight. I trust your sight, Spirit. When we are in these middle ground spaces, kind of reclamation of our body and our autonomy and our soul, when we're in these middle ground spaces of, okay, well, what next and what now? I know what I want to feel. I know I have a vision for the future. I feel like I'm experiencing it in moments now. So how do we ground into that? Well, I really do think that it's surrender in these spaces of unknowing, in these dreamlike spaces, in these kind of collapses of our identity into something that is more whole and more us. That is where true creation is in that kind of emptiness. It's in the dreaminess. It's in the unknown. It's in that moment where it's like, I had an idea of what should be, and that's not what happened. So I'm ready for what is planned for me. I'm ready for what's greater. I'm ready for the things that are beyond my imagination. We have an opportunity to integrate our most abstract dreams into our consciousness. Being activated through time and timelessness, our destiny is found in our dreams. Our mysticism, in the hidden spaces we don't know fully yet, because that's where we can play, and that's where we can experiment and form and be led from. If we don't have an idea of it, we can create, or we can take steps in faith. And I think steps in faith are generally steps in alignment, because it's not, again, how we think things should be. It's how things are and how things will be. We initiate from that hidden space and communicate the depths of our knowing through the new identity forming. Our identity and love is where we will be able to take root. Our love creates our stability into the future. And I know that it sounds simple, But it is our justice when we have existed in spaces so devoid of love that passion is our luxury. And so, yeah, that's kind of my thought on the Venus and Taurus transit, going from the Aries energy of initiation into like identity, you know, or of that fire of spirit into embodiment and steps of faith. And so, anyways, if conversations like this light you up, join us in Girl Talk. It's happening at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'd love to see you there. The link to Safe Space Elevation is the first in my bio. All right.